What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Off the Top podcast. My name is Tom.
Colin, C note.
Make sure you press subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Follow us if you're on Apple or Spotify. Follow the
Yep.
socials. We're here every week. We appreciate you. We love you. We actually have a lot of stuff happening in hip hop this week. We have
Yeah, for real.
a new Future mixtape is coming. His third project this year. We got a new Playboi Carti song, which means a new album was announced. We don't have an official date, but there's a new Carti album coming. We got a Kendrick song. Kendrick's doing the Super Bowl halftime show. Lil Wayne, his team kind of felt like he was snubbed because the Super Bowl's in New Orleans.
So
We
do
have
I. We'll get to that though.
we have new Juice World music. We have a new, not really new, well, I guess it's new, the Eminem Fuel remix because we got the deluxe edition of the Death of
Yeah.
Slim Shady. So a lot of stuff. Make sure you subscribe. Yeah, let's just hop into it. So I mean,
Yes, sir.
we can talk about the Cardi song first. It's called All Red. Apparently, it's his first solo single to go number one on not Billboard but on Apple Music just at all
That is kind of surprising. Um,
for
but
this
yeah,
long. That is kind of crazy. Does
I
that
guess
just
the
mean
hype
like?
is there.
Does that
Yeah.
just mean song that no one else is on?
Yeah. Solo song. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he does a lot of collaborative stuff though, so I guess that kind of makes sense. But I do like the new song from Cardi. Like, you get a new Cardi voice unlocked, like you said. Like, it's pretty good for a Cardi song, especially because he's kind of been on like a dry run. If you ask me, his features have been lackluster lately.
Definitely.
Minus,
Yeah.
minus like the Future project, everything else has just been like, what?
Yeah. And speaking of Future, I mean, this new All Red single by Playboi Carti definitely has some sightings of a Future-esque Cardi. So I'm excited to see what the new album holds. He did announce that it'll be I Am Music
Mm-hmm.
coming soon by Playboi Carti standards. So within the next 2 years, hopefully.
I was gonna
But
say we'll be back in 6 years to review the album.
right, I don't know. What do you expect from it though? Because we're getting a new voice. No more high pitched Cardi. No more whole lot of red style Cardi. So
I
I
mean,
don't know.
if he sticks to this, like, because it is like old Cardi, like it definitely still sounds like Cardi, but it's definitely mixed with like a Future flow and delivery. You got like the deeper voice. Like, I think this is the best version of Cardi, like, music. Like, I think this song is actually a really strong Cardi song. I
Yeah, I
like Cardi,
agree.
but I don't think he like makes great music. Like, I
I
think
mean,
this song is pretty strong.
yeah, I think he makes good music. I'm just not a huge fan of the high pitched voice on whole lot of red, like that whole style. But like I said, he definitely took more of like a Future approach. It sounds a lot like Future. I mean, it could just be his actual voice, but their voices sound similar. But yeah, just a deeper voice inflection, and I prefer that for sure.
I mean, in recent Cardi music, I mean, features specifically, because we haven't gotten any solo records from him, but like in the features, we've got a lot of just like he comes in, he says like two or three lines, repeats them over and over. He didn't even end
Or
up on the
not
final
even.
Drake cut.
Yeah, he
Like,
might not
he's
even
been
say a
doing
line
that.
or two. He might say like two or three words, or just mumble the whole time on Camila Cabello shit. But
This song
yeah,
actually has verses and a chorus, and like it's a song structure.
yeah,
Like, it's a
yeah.
good song, I think.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's what's making me hopeful. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely his best song of the year, I would say, for
Yeah.
sure,
Because
for
what
sure.
other songs is he on? The Drake one that he got cut from, yeah,
He's
Camila
on
Cabello,
type
the Future,
shit.
the
He's
Metro.
on, yeah,
There was like another weird one I thought that I can't remember maybe, but it's
on
I feel like it's been weak
fucking
from him lately.
Carnival.
Yeah, that's the one I was missing was the Kanye music.
He's on another one on Kanye too, ain't he? On Vultures.
Yeah, Vulture. Yeah, he's on multiple. So I do think it's a step in the right direction. I'm more excited for the album now than I was before the single came out. Like, it definitely made me more excited.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I mean, who knows if we'll get it when we get it? Who knows what the style will be? I don't know what any features you're looking forward to though. Like, who do you think Playboy Cardi would stack up good with?
Well, I mean, I was assume someone that we're gonna review later, Destroy Lonely, will be on there since he signed to Opium. You'll probably see a couple Opium artists like
Yeah,
Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely. They'll probably be on there. I would assume there's like a Future song on there, maybe The Weekend. Like, it'll kind of be the same guys that grouped up this year, and might be just more of
yeah,
them.
maybe that'd be
Travis
interesting.
Scott would be ideal.
Do the Weekend and Cardi have a song? That'd be an interesting little collab.
I think they're on a song
They might
together,
be. Yeah, I think they might be.
but like
I'm
I feel like
interested
a
to see what
weekend
happens.
a weekend feature with like the new Cardi would be cool.
Yeah,
Travis would be cool. Like I
and I
like this new
guess
sound from Cardi. Stick to this.
yeah. Speaking of the weekend, he actually just dropped two, but Cardi's out streaming them on Apple. Like I said,
Just
the
a
hype is
single.
there.
He's
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah,
And I mean, he's the biggest streamed
exactly.
artist of
Well,
all
that's
time.
my point. Yeah,
He's number one in Spotify listeners. Has been for like 4 years.
but he's not getting outstreamed by All Red, which is a great song. Honestly, I don't know. I fuck with it.
Okay, well, it's a good song. There's Playboi Carti, new album coming soon, hopefully. So we'll obviously
Good
review that
production
on
and
the
shit
show.
too.
Yeah, it's like a rage style production. I like the production on it. Overall, good Cardi song. But yeah, the other music that we mentioned that was announced is Mixtape Pluto. There had been rumors about this for a couple weeks, but it's officially announced on Future's like Instagram, and it's supposedly coming next Friday, like next week when we record the pod. We will
Yep.
be reviewing the Future
September
mixtape.
20th. Yeah, it'll be coming out. And, you know, if this is a solid mixtape, which I'm sure it will be because Future is consistent, you know, he consistently drops good music. In my eyes, he's the 2024 MVP. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking Kendrick this. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give him his flowers. Obviously, he just won the biggest rap beef of all time. But if Future comes out and releases 3 full-length great projects, I mean, that's just not
75
going to
good
be,
songs.
you know, the rap beef ain't going to be enough for me. But, you know, Kendrick could come back with his own album later in the year and show us up. But, yeah, what do you think? Is he 2024 MVP right now? You think he needs another album to solidify it? Future? What do you think?
Well, I think even if this mixtape Pluto is really good, in my opinion, he would be the MVP. But I think if you ask like a random rap fan, they would say Kendrick or even
Yeah.
Drake before they said Future. But people who are really tapped in and listening to everything and like following would probably say Future. But an average person's gonna say Drake or Kendrick because of the beef. It was just so mainstream.
Yeah, I mean, it's monster. Obviously, it's monstrous for the game and everything. But, you know, with We Don't Trust You, We Still Don't Trust You, two of my favorite albums of the year. So still up to this point, you know, it's been fucking 6 months since they released. So holding in there, they're aging well.
My only concern would be, is this throwaways from those sessions? Like, are these We Don't Trust You, We Still Don't Trust You throwaways? But I feel like they would have stuck with the theme and it would have been a Future and Metro project, and it's not. Metro's not connected,
Yeah,
so it makes me
yeah,
think, okay, it's probably not that then.
yeah. It probably not. Probably not. Did you see the album cover? What do you think of the album cover?
Yeah, here, I can pull it up because I
I
have
think
his
that shit's cold, bro.
So this is the album cover right there. It's like a like a scary brick house with like beaming pink, purple, like future colored lights
Yo,
coming out
that
of it.
shit's dope.
Oh, there's other slides. I don't even think I realized that. Okay, just future vibing. They're doing merch, so it's like a full on album release. Like there's merch vinyls, like it's the whole deal. It's not just because I mean, if you're doing a full merch drop with vinyls, you got bugs, bro.
There's one little fucking fly pissing me off. Go ahead though.
If you're doing like a full merch release with vinyls and special edition vinyls and like first pressings and all this shit, like I'm assuming that it's going to be like a full length hour, 15, 16, 20 songs.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't do all of this work for a 6-song EP. Like this is going to be a full length project, I think, based on this.
It definitely will. I mean, it's already, you can preload it actually.
Yeah, you
So
can pre-save it as of today, I believe.
yeah, you can see how many tracks are on there. I think there's 16 on there. I'll look.
Really? Because I had the Genius here, and there's only 8 tracks on the Genius, and apparently they're all rumored, it says. Like, it hasn't, unless Genius just hasn't been updated today. But
17 tracks on Apple Music.
Does it show any of the features? Because on Genius, there's 8 songs that are, like, rumored to be on the album based on, like, recent snippets and things that have been played at live shows. And this has a Travis Scott feature, a Playboi Carti feature, and then 6 other songs. But these are not confirmed.
Okay.
These are just like snippets that people have heard and stuff, and they're assuming they're on this. But if we get Carti, Travis, maybe Kendrick's on here, you never know.
Yeah, I mean,
going down this year.
Who knows, man? Imagine another Kendrick feature. That'd be crazy. But yeah,
internet.
You know, if this is a great album, which it easily could be, and it will be by the tells of the album cover.
Yeah.
MVP coming for Future this year for sure, dude.
I'm trying to think of another album that's definitely coming this year that I'm more excited for. Were you more excited for Mixtape Pluto or I Am Music? Because those are like the two big ones I feel like that are confirmed besides
Yeah,
like ASAP Rocky.
I mean, it's got to be I Am Music, right? Because it's like a Blue Moon type of situation. You know,
That's kind of where I
Future
lean as
releases so
well.
much music, and Cardi's been on some songs this year, but even listening to one of the albums we're gonna review later, Destroy Lonely's album, I was like, damn, we do need the opium vibe back in the mainstream with some albums. So I'm
I,
excited for Cardi's album. I will say.
I would pick Cardi too, just because like he said, we've already gotten 40 Future songs this year. He's kind
Right.
of ran this year, like he's literally running the whole hip hop game right now. So
Right.
I'm more excited for Cardi's, but I think Mixtape Pluto. Once I listen to both of them, that will probably the better one of the two. Would be my guess. Like I would assume Mixtape Pluto will be better.
Yeah. I mean, you can. It's easy to assume. You know what I'm saying? Because Cardi's hit or miss for me personally,
Same.
and Future always hits. It seems like so. Yeah, that's how
Kill
it
the
is.
bug.
I'm trying, bro. He's fucking annoying me. It's all good though. We can move on.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, Mixtape Pluto, I Am Music. There's a lot of new stuff coming out, but they're not the only ones. Another person who's obviously had a big impact in rap this year, Kendrick Lamar,
Yep.
released another song on his Instagram. The cover photo is a pair of beat ass black Air Force Ones from a recent eBay listing. So it's just like
Right.
some random screenshot apparently he took off the internet.
Yeah, I seen that too.
It's called Watch the Party Die. It's a really good song. Kendrick's like
Yeah, it's great.
rapping. The production's great. Kendrick is in like his prime. You could definitely read some of the lyrics as this is him still dissing Drake. Like you can definitely read into that, but it's not like a full Drake diss. Now we
Right.
got another Kendrick song. Cardi announces, Future announces, and I mean, I assume this means a Kendrick album is coming soon if he's putting out music outside of the beef now. This is the first time we've gotten music from Kendrick outside of the beef since Mr. Morale, no?
Yeah, is it really even outside the beef though? Because essentially the whole song is another Drake diss track with the pair of black Air Forces as the cover. You know what I'm saying? It feels like a continuation, in my
It's more
opinion. So
subliminal, though. You know,
is it though? Even everybody knows.
it definitely is referencing Drake and talking about the beef, but it's not. I don't know. Do you really think like this song could lead to another Drake response? I don't think so.
See, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's over, and I've said that for a minute. I feel like the beef is over, but I guess if you're Kendrick, you gotta ride the wave, right? So fuck it, watch the
I would
party
just
die.
I would be surprised if Drake responded to this with music. I would love it. Like I'm down for 6 more tracks from the both of them, but I just don't. It's not like a super. It's not a not like us level diss
Yeah,
track.
no, and I think Drake's proven that he's done with it. You know what I'm saying?
He's
With
over it.
his recent tracks, like he hasn't even referenced it. He's moved on. So
Yeah,
I
he's
doubt that
in.
it's gonna spark back up, but who knows? Maybe round two.
But what I do think this means is that a Kendrick album is coming out within 4 to 6 months. My guess. This is my guess. I didn't mention that I did mention this at the beginning. So Kendrick Lamar on the opening weekend of Super Bowl Sunday, like the first Sunday of the NFL season. I didn't know that they do this. Is this the thing they always do? They announce the halftime performer during the first Sunday of football. It was Kendrick Lamar. He's doing the Super Bowl. We got a video that we could watch of the announcement here. But my guess is that his album is dropping after the Super Bowl at midnight.
You think so?
Sunday at midnight, right after the bowl,
Maybe,
or
maybe.
or before, so he can
It'll
play the
definitely be
songs.
like promo during it,
Yeah, like it has to be
like the
linked
commercials and
somehow.
shit. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be interesting. And yeah,
Imagine
it'll
that
definitely be coming soon. The Kendrick album, because even he's confirmed it in text messages with a bunch of people, I guess. But
with TDE members, whatever you want
with
to call it.
TDE
Yeah.
members, sure. But lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, the Super Bowl. We talked earlier this year or late last year about who should be the Super Bowl performer. With it being in New Orleans, the answer was pretty clear that it should be Lil Wayne. The goat.
There's only one answer.
There's really only one answer, and it does. I mean, it makes sense for Kendrick to be the performer this year with everything that's happened. You know what I'm saying? The biggest rap beef in history. But I do feel like Lil Wayne got snubbed. What do you think?
I would love to see Lil Wayne. Do I, as a fan, feel like I was snubbed? No. Do I
Yeah,
think Lil Wayne probably feels snubbed because the Super Bowl's in his home city and he doesn't get to perform? He probably does feel kind of
of
sideways
course,
about it.
dude. Yeah.
But as a fan, we get to watch Kendrick do the halftime show and play Not Like Us in front of 200 million people.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Do you think he'll play it? I don't know if he will.
I don't know. That's my first question when I saw this. I don't. If you followed me on Instagram, you saw I shared the announcement video. I was like, man, Not Like Us at the Super Bowl halftime show
Right.
is so disrespectful.
I mean that would be insane if
He's
he
also
did.
Canadian though, so kind of fuck you. Super Bowl's ours.
That's true.
Like I don't. As a
That's
Drake
true.
fan, kind of fuck you at that point. This is an American
Nah,
holiday.
I mean, and not saying Kendrick doesn't deserve it because he definitely does, but it should have been Wayne, in my opinion.
Has Wayne ever done the halftime show? Like
No,
even as just
and
like a
that's the
guest
thing.
appearance?
Kendrick was just there.
That was kind of my question. Has Wayne ever even been there as a guest?
I don't think so. I
Like, I
guess I'll
don't think
check
so
it.
either. I don't think he has. But like, it is. I guess we should watch the announcement video first, and then we also have a video of Lil Wayne talking about the possible snub. So we could watch the Kendrick video first. So let's watch this. I thought this video was a pretty dope way to do it. It's on his Instagram, which is also the NFL's. So like, it's happening. It's real. It's
Oh
definitely
yeah,
gonna
for
be
sure.
Kendrick.
There you go. Give me one more. Ah! Come on. Two more. Just like that. You ready? Exactly. What the deal, everybody? My name Kendrick Lamar, and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59. Will you be pulling up? I hope so.
If I
You
had,
know, it's only one opportunity to win a championship. No round twos. Let's get it. Boom! I won't want you to miss it. Meet me in New Orleans, February 9th, 2025. Wear your best dress, too, even if you're watching from home. Let's go.
Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl. This was big news. It kind of took over the internet before the kickoff because this was just before kickoff on Sunday, right before all the first games of the season happened. Like,
even he said no round twos though, so I guess that does kind of lean into the point that he's done too with the beef. So
yeah, but then 2 days later he releases "Watch
right,
the Party Die."
but that's like the end. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's it.
So no diss tracks at the Super Bowl. It's all shit from Mr. Morale or the new album.
Probably.
Or the classics.
Yeah, probably classics. Maybe Not Like Us Once. Who knows? Who knows?
You got to.
Yeah, I feel like you might have to just because what it is this year.
Yeah, and he's Canadian, so like I'm standing on that business. Like fuck
Yeah.
the Canadian. It's the Super Bowl. You can play it. Like generally, I'd be like, nah, it's kind of rude. Just let it, don't do that song. But at the Super Bowl, just do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You might as well, right?
So
Might as
good.
well. But I mean, everybody knows Jay-Z has a deal with the NFL.
Yeah. He's
He's
in
like the
charge of
music.
it.
Yeah, him and Rockefeller Records are like the music coordinators or something for the NFL, head of music or some shit.
Yeah.
So people are speculating that because of the Wayne and Jay-Z beef over the years, Jay-Z potentially blocked Wayne from the Super Bowl. I don't put it past Jay-Z, and the shit that Wayne said on It's Good, back in 2011 about stealing Beyonce and shit. I don't put it past him, but
It's like my favorite Wayne verse of all time. It's top 5.
who knows, man? Who knows?
But yeah, so after the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime show announcement, Lil Wayne's engineer went on Instagram. He was like, super disappointed. We feel snubbed. And like a lot of the internet respond the same way. They're like, this obviously should have been Lil Wayne. Kendrick was just there. It's in New Orleans. But was this just today that Lil Wayne finally came out and actually spoke about it? Or was this yesterday? This was super recent.
I think it was yesterday or this morning. I'm not sure. It was super recent, like you said. Maybe last night.
Because I haven't even seen this video. But we now officially have Lil Wayne's input on the situation.
First of all, I want to say forgive me for the delay. The delay on, just the delay. I want to say I had to get strength. I had to get strength enough to do this.
Got his bitch ass, bro.
Thank God.
Fuck out of here.
I must say
Did I?
thank you. I must say thank you to every
Maybe I didn't.
voice, every opinion, all the care, all the love. And
Keep
the
slipping out my
support.
fingers, bro.
You gotta let him be. It's been
words
like
turn
15
into-
minutes. And
No, I
nonstop.
can't, bro. I can't. I got him though. I got him that time. I swear.
Trying to fall back.
It's gone.
That hurt a lot.
See, bro, I feel bad for the
Talking
man.
about it hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown, and for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that, but I thought that was nothing, I thought that was nothing better than that spot and that stage and that platform in my city. And so it hurt a whole lot. But y'all are fucking amazing. It made me feel like shit not getting this opportunity. And when I felt like shit, you guys reminded me that I ain't shit without y'all. And that's an amazing reality. So
I actually hadn't seen this clip until right now. That's sad as hell.
Is that not fucked up?
That's
Like, that's so fucked up, bro.
I thought he would be like, "Oh, it's all good. I don't care. I'm
Dude.
Lil Wayne. I've done it all. Let Kendrick do it. He's a young gun." But he's
Bro,
not.
no.
He's actually upset about it.
Bro, I would be too. Are you kidding me? You know how long he's probably been waiting for a Super Bowl in New Orleans, and then this shit happens? Like, what?
I mean,
That's
they did
crazy.
the Super Bowl in New Orleans in 08 after, or 010, in 2010 after Katrina when they rebuilt the Superdome, and he didn't do it then. But he was big then.
Must have been waiting since then. Did they do it there? Because I thought they might have, but I thought it was maybe in Indianapolis, that one.
No, Saints Colts was in New Orleans.
Okay.
And then
All
I
right.
think this is the next, hasn't been there since.
It just strikes me the wrong way, man. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like
mean,
it at
yeah.
all.
It should have been Wayne in New Orleans, but just as a fan, someone who's going to be watching it from my
I mean,
couch,
yeah.
like, I'm not mad that it's Kendrick. Like,
I'm
if
not
anyone
mad,
else, I
but
want it
what
to be
Lil
him.
Wayne is literally my GOAT. We just saw Kendrick 2 years ago. We've been seeing Kendrick all year. Let it rest.
Wayne also hasn't been active, though. Is that part of it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously. You know what I'm saying? The reason Kendrick is the one is because the year he's had with Not Like Us, and Like That, the two biggest songs of the year.
Yeah, like, they were probably pretty pressured into making it Kendrick. I guarantee there's people that wanted it to be Wayne, and they were like, we have to do Kendrick. Wayne hasn't done anything in 2 or 3 years, and Kendrick is Kendrick right now. He's on top of the world.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. Little fucker too. But I don't know.
Well, I mean, we're getting to Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl. You can't be that upset, but we would have loved to see Wayne in New Orleans, obviously.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I mean, he deserved it.
Another interesting thing that came out of this exact story is that a certain person, had actually turned down the Super Bowl halftime show on 4 separate occasions. Guess who that is? You already know, but let the people know.
Drake
Dude.
turned down the Super Bowl 4 times.
Yeah. He's turned down
According
the
to
Super
who?
Bowl halftime show 4 times. It's been confirmed by, I don't know, basically one of Drake's buddies said it on a podcast, and people were like, I doubt that's true. Why would you turn down Super Bowl 4 times? They did some journalism. It's been confirmed. Jay-Z did ask Drake to do it in 2020, 2021, multiple times each year, and he turned down both of them. He didn't want to do it for whatever reason. He didn't turn down this year specifically.
How do you
But he's
confirm
turned
that,
it down
though?
in the past by, like, talking to people inside Rockefeller who, like, we did ask Drake, and he said no.
Okay.
And that was in 2020 and 2021. I don't remember where it was in 2020. In 2021, it was in Tampa. He turned down the Tampa one and the one before that. They didn't ask him this year for obvious reasons, but Drake has turned it down. Lil Wayne clearly has not turned it down because he was upset. Like, Wayne would have said yes, obviously.
Yeah, I guess no comment. I mean, Drake is the most streamed rapper on the planet, so it does make sense that he was invited or, asked to do it. That doesn't strike me as surprising, you know what I mean? But it also doesn't really take away from the fact that Lil Wayne should have had it. You're right. Like that I feel like that clearly does mean that Lil Wayne's never been offered it, right?
Yeah, because he was like, he
Or
looks
just
genuinely upset that he assumed that it was his gig because it's in New Orleans and he's fucking Lil Wayne. And then he wasn't asked. And he was like caught off guard by it. Like he was like, I assumed it was mine. Which is you shouldn't do that. But still,
you should never assume, but at the same time it's like if not you, who? You know what I'm saying? If not Lil Wayne, then who?
They picked the only other acceptable person.
Literally the only other person, right?
That's acceptable.
Which is kind of crazy. Yeah. I guess
who could it have been that you wouldn't have been mad about?
It is what it is.
Kendrick.
Nobody really. You know what I mean? Like Kendrick's the only one.
Yeah.
Like he's the only one.
Yeah. So Drake turned it down multiple times. Lil Wayne got snubbed, but it's going to Kendrick. So Kendrick is doing the Super Bowl 59 halftime show. I'm sure it'll be great though. Like it's gonna be dope.
Yeah. Nah, it'll be fire, bro.
So I am looking forward to it. Plus Bills are gonna be there, so it's gonna be just a great night for us.
Yeah, that'd be amazing, dude. That'd be amazing.
As of now, for the record, Buffalo Bills are the only 2-0 team in the NFL.
As of right now, as of the time of this recording, that's true.
And they will be tomorrow too. No one plays tomorrow.
That's true.
But yeah, so Kendrick, Super Bowl. No, not really a surprise, but kind of a surprise. So we talked about the Kendrick Lamar song, Watch the Party Die. Not really a Drake diss, kind of still semi-beef adjacent. Really good song. We probably get an album soon, that's what we're assuming. Playboi Carti, All Red, an album announcement. Eminem releases a deluxe of The Death of Slim Shady with 3 new songs, a Fuel remix with Westside Boogie and Grip. What do you think about the Fuel remix before I get into these 2 new other songs I want to talk about?
It was fire. You kind of got a new voice alteration from Eminem in it. New verse from him. Verse from Westside Boogie, verse from Grip. That were both pretty good. Yeah, more shots at P. Diddy. Great solid verse from M. Solid verses from the features. It was good. Not as good as the original, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like the best song of the year. But
there's also like different production. Like they remixed the beat too. Like it's a redone beat. There's new verses from new people and a new Eminem verse. So it's definitely worth listening to.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So Fuel remix is out. The 2 songs that I want to talk about next. Juice WRLD. His estate has released 2 more Juice WRLD songs, and we're getting a 3rd posthumous album. We've already gotten 2 full albums of Juice WRLD music since he passed a few years ago. We're getting a 3rd one. Does that seem excessive? Is that excessive? Is this money grab, or do fans like? I want Juice WRLD music, so I'm not that mad about it.
It's tough.
I'm torn.
I don't know, because there are good songs. The first 2 songs that we got from the EP, the Young Thug song and Aquafina, like they're good songs.
Yeah. It's World Tour, Aquafina in parentheses, and then Light Years featuring Young Thug.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what went on behind the scenes with him and his family. Whatever, or what goes on behind the scenes with releasing the music. So I'm not gonna speak on whether it's morally right, because I don't know. Like maybe that's what he wanted. Like maybe he made it clear that he wanted all this shit released when he died or something. Maybe he didn't.
I feel like he would have, but it's like Juice doesn't get to give the final go on if the song's done. They're remixed and mastered and produced by other people, which is like my only gripe with it. But as a Juice WRLD fan, I'll take all the Juice WRLD music I can get.
Yeah, it's not like Juice WRLD produced and mixed and sampled every single thing he ever made. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure the closest people, that were closest to him back then are still the ones, making the music. So, yeah. And you could tell it's definitely similar to when he was, still alive, but it just sucks because you never know what lane he could have took, what style he could have ended up going, or, what he could have been. So
just in like the last 5 years, we've got a posthumous Mac Miller album. We got a posthumous Pop Smoke album, and now we've gotten 3 posthumous Juice WRLD albums. Like 3 full albums.
DMX.
That's like 60 songs. DMX. Like we're seeing it a lot more often nowadays. It's happening a lot. I feel like one makes sense. Like when Pop Smoke died, I really wanted that posthumous album. Like we just didn't get enough of Pop Smoke. He was like taken away in the middle of his rise, and I'm really glad that album came out. And I like the Juice WRLD posthumous albums, but 3 over like a 6-year span, it just seems like so much.
Yeah, I mean, Tupac has a bunch of posthumous releases.
Yeah.
Biggie Smalls, Life After Death, posthumous. Big L, The Big Picture, posthumous release. There's some great posthumous albums,
It's not
but
new, it's just more common now than ever.
But it does become like when you release 18 fucking posthumous albums under Tupac, it's like, yeah, they start to lose value, which it does suck.
Yeah, like, I'm sure, like, Juice is one of those artists, specifically Juice. He has hundreds of leaks. Like, Juice leaks are like, he probably has more leaked songs than anyone on earth. Like, there's so many Juice WRLD leaks that you can listen to. I have 300 Juice WRLD songs that have never been released. So it is nice to get some of the best and favorites of those leaks, get them fully mixed and mastered and put out on streaming services. Like, I do like it as a fan, but I'm like, damn, he's not getting any of this money. He has no say in these songs. I mean, he recorded them, but like, even for Legends Never Die, like, they remixed and mastered all those songs. Like, they weren't what they were when he left them.
I mean, he might not be making any of the money, but I'm sure his estate is, his family is, so.
They definitely are, yeah.
Yeah, then that's probably what he wanted, so I don't know. The songs are good, so that's what I'll say about him. The Young Thug verse is solid.
I like
you can't have too many Young Thug verses in 2024, you know what I'm saying, with the current situation. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, when these dropped, you asked me, I haven't heard them yet, what do you think of the songs? I'm like, I mean, you can never have enough Young Thug verses.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to turn that down. Like, I'll take it. And I really like both the Juice songs. I do prefer Light Years with Young Thug just because it has Young Thug on it, but the other one's good too, honestly. Like, they're both good. They're classic Juice WRLD sound. The beats, the instrumentals, the vibe, it's definitely a Juice WRLD song. Like, it's not crazy out of pocket or anything. It just seems weird. They're doing a lot for Juice.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with posthumous albums. You just never really know because, again, like, they're not the one making it. You know what I mean? Like, so you never know what they intended the music to sound like. So it's like you never know what to expect. You know what I mean? You don't know even if it's good music, you're like, but is this what they wanted? Like, you never know really what to think, I feel like. But like I said, some of my favorite albums of all time, The Big Picture, Life After Death, posthumous albums. So, yeah. I mean, they can be good.
Even Godzilla, the Eminem song with Juice WRLD, even that came out after his death. We saw the one with Cordae on the Eminem beat. I'm forgetting the name of the song.
Doomsday 2.
Doomsday Part 2. Like, there's just been so much for Juice, and they're all pretty good, so it is hard for me to be upset about it.
Yeah.
Like, if I was a musician and I died, I would want my music given to the fans. If I was, like, as big as Juice and had millions and millions of fans, I want them to take the music and listen to it.
For sure.
Otherwise, it's a waste.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. At the end of the day. So, posthumous album's good.
And another Juice WRLD album on the way, apparently.
Yeah.
So, Playboi Carti.
Party never ends.
Playboi Carti, Future, Kendrick, and Juice WRLD were the new album announcements this week.
Crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
That's insane. And Kendrick and Carti released 2 new songs in the same day. Like, it's wild.
And Juice, we got 2 Juice songs, too.
Yeah.
Like,
and a new Eminem song. Like, that's crazy.
In a random week in September.
Right. Some random weekend.
I mean, I am not mad about that at all. I will take it. But yeah, lots of new music coming. This year is not over yet. We've been saying it's one of the great years of hip-hop, and it just keeps coming. Like,
yeah,
I'm
it
so
really
excited
does.
for these 4 albums that we just talked about.
Genuinely. Me too, man.
Well, now it's time to talk about some albums that are actually already released. We listened to 2 albums this week. We have Destroy Lonely's album, Love Lasts Forever, and we have NoCap's album, Before I Disappear Again. We listened to both. We're gonna review both, rank them on the tier list with the rest of the albums from this year, give you some of our favorite tracks. Obviously, let us know what you thought of these albums down below. Let's start. Who do you want to start with? I guess I don't really have a preference here.
Me neither. I guess NoCap we could start with.
All right. Album review number 1. Let's talk about it. NoCap, Before I Disappear Again. We listened to it. Let me know what you thought before we put it on this tier list. NoCap.
Okay, well, it starts off pretty thoughtful, tracks 1 to 3. Then it gets a bit more braggadocious on Sack Vision, into Invoice with Rylo Rodriguez, and then back into the more meaningful singing performances on songs like Assist, talking about battling depression. And he gets into some meaningful stuff for sure. Back to Cat Piss, where he goes back to bragging with that French Montana feature. Great production, interesting mix of the braggadocious and meaningful, vulnerable songs. You know what I'm saying? Like from one song to the next, it's kind of goes back from like super meaningful to kind of just braggadocious to super meaningful to braggadocious, which I thought was interesting. You got One More Summer, which was one of my favorite songs on the album, maybe my favorite song. Great vibes, great production, good rapping.
Same.
Got a great Quavo feature on Celine.
Same.
Quavo, one of the most underrated, in my opinion, out right now. Couple skips on there for sure, but nothing like too egregious. The track list just feels a little bit too long. It's over an hour, so albums over an hour are usually hard to make, like to get perfect or amazing or really good. So yeah, I really enjoyed Bridge in London. I haven't heard Sleepy Hollow in a minute, so it was good to hear him. But yeah, overall, solid album. Good performances from NoCap vocally. It's definitely more R&B heavy album, but the rapping cuts were all right. Early in the album, there felt to be more variation in sound, like I was mentioning, but throughout, like towards the end of the track list, it kind of merged together and kind of fell to that one-dimensional, sound, like criticism. That's the criticism I have, is that it sounds one-dimensional throughout the latter half of the album. But I like the Quavo and Sleepy Hollow features, like I said. Solid production throughout the album. Not a lot of songs I'll personally revisit, but some good stuff on there. Some meaningful bars, good variation of like lyrical content. So I gave it a 6.5 for me.
6.5. Okay, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I actually really liked. I thought the intro, because I don't think I've ever listened to a NoCap album before. I know he has like a project or two before this. I've never really listened to him. The first track is Champagne. Thought it was pretty good. Made a good impression for me. I was like, okay, I might like the rest of this album. I like his vibe and like the drawn out rap singing style he has. But the first few songs were like a little slow for me. I didn't love them. I would describe the vibe and sound of this as like a mix between Young Thug and Roddy Ricch. Like when I was listening to it, I kind of heard, like if you took the Young Thug and Roddy Ricch and they had a baby, it would sound like this. Invoice was like the fifth or sixth song on the album, and that's like a little more my speed. You get more going on in the production, more energy just in general. I like that song. Cat Piss and One More Summer, I liked quite a bit. I think when I'm listening to albums in this vein, like I just like the higher energy, more going on. He's like really rapping songs. I don't think the slow songs in the beginning are bad. I'm just not gonna go back to them as often. Celine with Quavo, like you mentioned, was fire. Baby Drake, I thought was fire. I think in this album, there's like a good little pocket, like in the middle. I don't remember the number exactly, but there's a few tracks in the middle that I thought were like the strongest on the album. Yacht Party and Drown in My Styrofoam are probably my two favorite of the slower style singing rap songs. Die For Me with Sofago was solid. But you also mentioned this, like I think it's an hour and 11 minutes. There's definitely filler on here, and this album is definitely one of those that would have benefited from cutting out half the songs, make it a 45-minute, 12-song album, and I probably would have enjoyed it better. But I didn't hate it by any means. I thought it was pretty good. I think NoCap has potential. And yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit, actually. I have it at a 7.5.
My bad. I was muted. But yeah, I enjoyed it too. Not a bad rating. I just felt like it was a bit one-dimensional. Like I said, the sounds kind of merged together. Latter half of the track list. Yeah, it's like majority filler. It feels like so. just 23 songs we don't need. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut that shit down to 10, bro.
Unless you're like Eminem or Kendrick or Drake.
Even
or
then.
Future. Yeah, but
Even
even
then,
I'm like, no.
It's hard.
They've earned it at least. You
know what I'm
not.
saying? Like, it's hard to get a perfect album or an amazing album or a great album with 20 songs that runs over an hour. It really is.
If it's my first time listening to your project and it's over an hour, it has to be really fucking good for me to want to get through a whole 70
I mean, if you
minutes.
look at our, I guess let's bring up the tier list. If you look at our tier list, a lot of these top albums are very short, but I guess a few of them are kind of longer too. We Don't Trust You is what, about an hour, 45 minutes?
Yeah, it's an hour probably.
Slim Shady, Death of Slim Shady, about a little over an hour. I think Rich Ass Haitians was a shorter one, probably about 35, 40 minutes. Again, yeah. Samurai, I think, is a bit shorter, 45 minutes. Might Delete Later, again, like 40 minutes.
But the long ones that are there from Juggernauts.
Yeah. Yeah, like, and completely fleshed out, like, concept albums or We Don't Trust You that sparked the biggest rap beef in history. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay. So, NoCap, where does this album fall on the list before I disappear again?
For me,
Good Not Great is kind of where I'm leaning.
Yeah, I'm thinking Good Not Great.
Like, toward the top, though, I do think I like it better than most of these.
I don't think I like it more than 9, to be honest.
I definitely like it more than that, but...
Like, I don't know if I even like it more than the Creep Boys joint.
Yeah, like, I definitely like it better than all of these, but... I don't like it more than BK the Ruler. Like, I would move that one up personally, but...
Like, I don't think it's even as good as Texas Technician, which is there. So, I think it goes down more. To be honest.
I guess I'm probably, like...
Like, even that Yachty fucking James Blake joint is better.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like, right below that.
Right?
Yeah.
It's got way more variation, way better production, way better vocal performances.
Above Ice Spice, below Lil Yachty and James Blake.
That's fair.
All right, but yeah, I mean, we're at like a 6.5 to a 7, give or take. Like, it's not bad. Like, I think he has potential. I think he makes decent music. It's just like a lot of filler. It's too long. We don't need all that.
Yeah, too long.
Yeah.
And, okay. You know, there was nothing in terms of, like, the lyrical content that really blew me away. But, like, he did get pretty introspective and thoughtful, so that did give it some points.
No, yeah, like, not all of the lyrics were just, like, empty nonsense. Like, there was some good stuff in there for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But, okay, the next album that we're going to talk about today is the new Destroy Lonely album, Love Lasts Forever. He is signed to Opium Records. I guess it's just called Opium as far as I know. That's
Opium Records, yeah.
Playboi Carti's label. Playboi Carti announces a new album, drops new music. Well, Destroy Lonely already gave us a full project. Love Lasts Forever. What'd you think of Love Lasts Forever?
I mean, yeah, it was refreshing to hear some Opium in my ears in terms of a full album experience because we haven't gotten that really from Opium this year. I mean, we've gotten 9 from Kenny Mason. I think we got 1 project from Homicide Gang, but nothing quite like this, you know, a full-fledged. This is one of them albums that's, again, 20 songs, an hour plus. So
the both albums we listen to are 23 songs, an hour and 11 minutes.
I will say this one's a little easier to listen to because I feel like there's a bit more variation. You got a bit more rapping going on. You got some better features, a couple better features. Great start off the top with the Uzi feature on Love Hurts, one of the better Uzi features of recent memory for me.
Yeah, I like that song.
Love For You, thought was a banger with solid production. Good rapping with some good flows on Crystal Clear, Doubt It, Ship Her Off as well. A few songs in the track list that I felt weren't as strong, like Baby Money, Say That. Couple, you know, there are a couple skips there, sorry.
There's definitely filler on this one too,
yeah. Yeah, there's a few. Nothing crazy, though. Nothing too bad. Syrup Sippin', I thought was a solid song, but I wish there was a second verse. He does these things with the short-ass verses and the super long hooks, which is kind of popular nowadays in current rap scene, so...
Carti does the same thing.
When you rap like 6 lines and then I just wish there was more rapping because he is a good rapper. He is pretty skilled. You can see it on songs like Crystal Clear, like I said. Doubt It is probably my favorite song on the album for sure. Maybe one of my favorite Destroy Lonely songs, period. But overall, it's the best project from Opium in 2024, considering we don't have much. We needed some more Opium to hold us over for the Carti album. So it was fun to listen to. Solid rapping, especially on songs like Crystal Clear, like I said, Doubt It, and Ship Her Off. Great production throughout, and the classic Opium trap punk sound. The features, like I said, you got Uzi and Ken Carson going crazy. Might be a bit too long again of a track list. You got a little bit over an hour, a few misses, like I said, Baby Money, and the long hooks and short verses. Like I said, I wish there was more rapping, but in terms of the lyrical content, I mean, it was good, but nothing that leaves you like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty light in terms of lyrical content. So 7.5 out of 10 for me. That's where I got it.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, yeah, you kind of touched on this, but you do get the classic Opium trap rage production throughout the album, and I actually think it's done pretty well here. Like the quality on the production is really good. You get like these psychedelic elements that almost remind you of like a Travis Scott production. It's obviously very inspired by Playboi Carti when it comes to like the flow and the delivery and the production. Like you can tell that he signed to Opium when you listen to this. If you listen to this, like, oh yeah, this guy loves Playboi Carti, which I'm not mad at. Like it makes sense. He signed to Opium. It does remind me of like a baby Playboi Carti though. For a Rage album, like in this style, I think the songs are produced like really well and sound really clear, and it's just like a really easy album to listen to. A lot of the times on these Rage albums, it can get like really hectic and messy with a lot going on in the production. I don't think this album does that. Like I think it's an enjoyable listen, and the production quality's really good. When it comes to the lyrics and the flows and the deliveries, it's pretty basic, I would say, on this, but like in this style of rap, they're more focused on the production and the vibes and whatever you want to call it. I describe it as vibes, so
Right.
that makes sense. Um, Overall, I do like this better than the last Destroy Lonely project, If Looks Could Kill. And you kind of mentioned this. If you're not getting Playboi Carti music, like this will definitely hold you over until you do. Like I get the appeal to this. I think it's pretty good. Like I enjoy it. My only real problem with albums, this album and albums like this, is it does kind of remind me of like this is a Walmart version of Playboi Carti album. But it's not
Yeah.
bad. Like it's just
I mean,
it's so influenced by Carti that it kind of comes off as Carti derivative. It just does.
yeah, I feel you for sure. Like it definitely is just it's almost copy and paste,
Yeah.
which definitely turns you off a little bit because you're like, okay, well, this isn't original. But at
But
the
it's
same
still
time,
enjoyable.
he was there early with Cardi though. Like he helped Cardi make that sound essentially. I think so. You can't really take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? He could be one of the originators of that sound, but Cardi's just a little more popular or whatever. So it is tough to say because they are so similar. But like I said, like it'll hold you over. It's good to have. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah,
Yeah, we mentioned super long track list, 23 songs, another 70 minutes, just like the NoCap album we listened to this week. I probably liked 12 of the songs, like 50% of them I liked, 50% or whatever to me. There's filler, there's some skippable songs, but I wouldn't say it's a great album. I wouldn't say it's a bad album. But when it comes to like this rage style, like almost like an opium style of music, like I think this is one of the better recent examples of it. Like I do think it is pretty good, even though it is Playboi Carti derivative. I like Love Hurts. I like Pimp Talk, Take a Trip, Thrill. Like there's good songs on here. I'm a little bit lower than you though. I'm at a 6.9.
okay.
I did like it's pretty good. It'll hold you over to the Carti project.
So we're kind of flipped on these. Like I thought,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
I thought No Caps wasn't that great, and Destroy Lonely's was a little better, but yeah,
Yeah,
let's see,
I
let's
like
see
that.
it. I'm looking at this here. I definitely think it's better than Nine. Like I said, it's the best Opium project. I think it's better than. It's got to be like Gunner range, maybe a little above Gunner for me. Where are you at?
I definitely like it better than Mr. Sky.
Mr. Ski?
Mr. Ski, yep. Mr. Ski by Lil Tyler. I didn't forget.
Right.
I read it wrong. I can only.
Right.
It's hard to read in a small.
No, you're good. You're good. So that's where you like it. I'm cool with it there.
Yeah, I mean, I like the NoCap one better, so obviously I would put like both of these at the top of good, not great. That's where I would personally put them. But I'm not super passionate about either one of them. They're just kind of like okay holdover albums.
Yeah, I think leave that one there and then maybe bump down the next one a little. Because you're at top of good, not great. Because I think, like, if we're looking at the Detroit Lonely project in comparison to the other ones, like even a Hood Poet, I think it's definitely better than Hood Poet, right?
I'm looking for Hood Poet.
It's right there at the bottom.
I would put it about here. I would just raise the NoCap one up, if anything. But
okay, so where you want to put NoCap?
I would put it like right below BK the Ruler, probably. Like, I thought it was pretty good. But I'm fine with leaving Destroy up here. I'm not like, I don't think it's bad. I just personally like the NoCap album.
That's okay. That's fair. I'm not mad with that because it is like a full-fledged, meaningful album. Yeah, I'm all right with that.
But, I mean, we're definitely in agreement. Both of these albums, the NoCap album, the Destroy Lonely album, too much filler, too long. Give us 45-minute, 12-song albums, unless you're fucking Eminem. Okay?
Even then, even Eminem, just give us 10 songs.
10? I want 12 from Eminem.
I'm saying, dude, like, I'm for real. It's hard to get a great album.
23, and I'm not mad about it.
There's so many fucking... Yeah, but even the Death of Slim Shady track list, like, there are skips on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are a few, like, So,
but the
it's
skips
tough.
to me are some of other people's favorites on that album. Like,
Yeah, that's
the
true.
Jelly Roll song. I don't want to listen to that.
I like the Jelly Roll song. You know what I'm saying? That's not really a skip for me, even.
That's the skip to me.
Nah. There's definitely other skips for me on the album, but that's the thing. Like, you just cut it down a little.
Yeah.
But
I just don't think Eminem would have cut the Jelly Roll song or Temporary. He would have cut songs that I like. So in the Eminem case specifically, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, no, I feel you. But yeah, there it is.
Big week for hip hop. Future's dropping an album. Playboi Carti's dropping an album. Kendrick's probably dropping an album. He's doing the Super Bowl. Eminem dropped a deluxe. Another Juice WRLD album's coming. We still have A$AP Rocky in a couple weeks. But yeah, next week on this podcast, in 1 week from today, if you're watching this on Monday, next Monday, we will be listening to, reviewing, and ranking the Future mixtape. So I'm looking forward to that. That's next week.
I'm so excited, dude.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I'm so excited.
That's literally 1 week from today that we'll be able to
16 new Future tracks. Give it to me. Give it to me right now.
All right, well, you got anything else before we get out of here for the week?
We got, like you said, new Kendrick, new Playboi Carti, new everything coming. Same channel, same us. Subscribe. Peace.
Make sure you subscribe. We love you. See you next week.
And like the video.
It's Off the Top podcast, got you laughing like you hit the gas pack. Show is crazy like you watching Mad Max. Every other podcast is mad whack. Off the Top podcast.